everybody wants to know when I do other things. If I'm working all the time, when do I do my housework? When do I get to do other things? And I don't work all the time. I work a lot. I probably do work a 60-hour week. But I'm not working right now. Well, theoretically, I guess I am working right now, but it doesn't feel like working because it feels like I'm just talking to friends, which is what I love about this job. So let me fill you in a little bit more on what my day is like. I get up between 5:30 and 6 and have my cup of coffee. I just have 1 cup a day. And that is when I try not to pick up my phone or my iPad right away. I like to spend a little bit of quiet solitude time waking up. I do listen to the radio. So then after that, I will go down to my gym and work out. That's always a first priority with me because if I don't work out first thing, it just doesn't get done. I found that out years and years ago. So for as long as I can remember now, probably 30 or 40 years, I have been working out first thing in the morning before I get dressed, before I do anything. And you all have seen some of my videos with bedhead and everything else from down in my gym. And then after that, I come upstairs and I do things around the house. If there's a cupboard I've been wanting to get to that needs cleaned out, or if there's something that needs vacuumed, or if I saw something that needs to be straightened out, I'll do that while I'm still in my workout clothes. And I will go and I'll get dressed for the day. And I do usually dress in heels. A lot of you have asked if I wear heels every day. Pretty much do. I started wearing heels years and years ago because my office has always been in my home, even for my senior housing community. And so people were coming to my door all day long, and I always wanted to make sure that I was professional and presentable. And so I just got into a habit of dressing every single day. And now it's really convenient because I dress every day and I can shoot the clothing and everything else. And so the honest truth is, yes, what you see me wearing in videos and stuff, except on the weekend occasionally, is actually what I'm wearing all day. So I get dressed and work in my office. First thing I do is get back into my office because there's always so many things waiting for me. There's exciting new job offers, there's contracts to negotiate, there are letters from people, letters from wonderful people like you that I love getting. So, you know, that I never know what the day is going to bring. I get in there and I start answering emails and looking at all these things, and then I realize I've got things that, you know, have to be taken care of, like contracts and other things, and before I know it, the time just disappears. When I can, I really like to sneak into my art studio and get a little bit of work done there. As kind of my reset. If I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling like I'm buried in work, it's the hardest time to walk away, but that's when it does me the most good to walk away and get into my art studio. So in the afternoons then, when I can, I will meet a friend for lunch or something like that, and I will take some time out, obviously, to have doctor's appointments and family things. And some of you asked me about grandchildren. Well, I don't have the grandchildren around anymore. So unfortunately, I had wonderful years where I would be working in my office and the doorbell would ring and I'd walk to the door, and we have glass panels on each side of the door, and I'd see the smiling faces of my grandchildren standing there. And those are some of my fondest memories because they used to pop by all the time because they lived near me. So they're all gone now. I mean, they're grown up, they're out of college, they're working. I still have one, little one, sort of little. She wouldn't like to be called little, 14 years old. But then other than that, the other ones are all either high school, college, and they don't live near me anymore. So I don't have to worry about a lot of time for the grandchildren during my normal days. They go for visits, they come here, and that's a totally different schedule. But we're talking about my normal day. So my normal day, I don't see grandchildren, I do see friends, and I go out to lunch and I do errands in the afternoon, and then I try to get back in time to catch up to see if anybody has been trying to reach me about anything in particular, especially my team. I got to the point where my hours were so much that I just didn't have time to get everything done. I was just feeling like, well, I'm not going to be able to keep doing this unless I make some changes. And it was a really hard decision to get to the point where you know that you need help and know what kind of help you need. So that was a real changing point in my whole influencer career thing here, was deciding when and what kind of help to get. But now I'm really happy. I have this wonderful team that takes care of so much of the editing for me, posting, some editing, a lot of behind the scenes things. I'm able to focus on creating the content, and coming up with the ideas and sharing the things with all of you that I'm anxious to share and communicating with all of you. So then that takes us through most of the day. And I'm trying to stop a little earlier now. I used to work at least till 6:30 at night, but now I'm trying to make myself leave my office at about 5:30. And Greg and I love to have our evenings. We really enjoy our quiet evenings together, our favorite TV programs. We like to go out to dinner. Sometimes we eat dinner at home. Sometimes we go out to eat. Sometimes we meet our friends. Friday night we met some friends. Monday night we're meeting another couple that we've been friends with for 40 years. So that's really our day. Our evenings are quiet. I go to bed about 9:30 because I get up early. Greg stays up a little later than I do. So that's it. That is really the details of our daily schedule. And thank you for asking.